Hey, before we get started, I just want to say that I have heard that copyright on this one is pretty rough. So if you want to see my full unedited thoughts, I have a ton of thoughts generally. I pause too much, let's be honest. Check my channel banner. Um, that's going to be over on Patreon for free. It's not about the money for me here. It's about the Mets. No, it's about education. And I react. I have fun to things, but I also have a passion for writing and craft, and I want to be able to share that. So if you're interested in the full uncut version of this video, head over to Patreon. Otherwise, we're going to do what we can to keep this up. That might mean some really aggressive edits, but hopefully we'll have a lot to say. All right, let's just get into it. So every now and then, something comes up that should not be good, but it is. And that is what I call wonderful. I call it wonderful. Hey, guess what's wonderful? Apparently this. So apparently K-pop Demon Hunters, of which I know nothing but the name, has been going around and is really, really good. We're going to figure out why, hopefully. My name is Jacob Penrod. I'm a fantasy author. We're going to be breaking down the writing, talking about the craft, and just reacting to see what the hell this is about. And yeah, I don't want to take too much time. I don't have anything I could say about it. I've been to Korea. So am I a K-pop demon hunter? It's hard to say, legally speaking. Let's just find out. Wait, find out? Let's find out if I'm a K-pop demon hunter, everyone. Gosh, let's watch. And like I said, I pause so much. Welcome to the channel. So glad to have you. And if you're new here, or if you're coming back, welcome again. I haven't heard anything about this. Huntrix. Okay. So immediately, I always like to break down opening images because screenwriters and animators think about it a lot. It's what it tells us about this, or it kind of sets the tone for the story. So we have like this larger than life persona already for this K-pop show, I believe is what we're looking at, about Huntrix. And got a lot of fans. They got their own merch, so they're established. Let's go ahead and see what happens.
Will be hunters.
Real fast, I want to talk about that shot.
The world will know you as pop stars.
So it's showing these faces right up in screen, and that creates like the sense of something being imposing or important, which narratively it's flagging to us that they're going to be. That's pretty obvious. I don't need to say that, but here they do something subtle.
Much more than that.
Look at how the camera's framed. So it's looking up at them. They're kind of taking up the bulk of the center of the frame. They're spaced out, but the way it's framed is like you're literally looking up to them, and they're silhouetted. It just creates this larger than life feel. Is that a sword I see on her?
Demons have always haunted our world.
Oh, I love this animation.
Stealing our souls and channeling strength back to their king.
So this is immediately setting the stakes for us. We're getting to know what they're after. They're after these demons that are stealing souls. I'm wondering if souls are going to end up being a theme or like a motif that comes back and teaches us more about this K-pop world. K-pop world. What am I talk like I'm a 40-year-old man sometimes, I swear.
Until heroes arose to defend us.
Do they fight with their music? So look at the way not just the character moves, but how the camera moves with the characters, and it creates a sense of movement and action that it makes them feel really competent in a way that you wouldn't totally get the same scope of if it was a stationary shot. I'm not a filmmaker. I've written some animations, but I've picked up things here and there, so I don't have the terms for it.
Heroes arose to defend us. Born with voices,
and again, we have that upward shot.
The darkness. More than war.
Reminds me of the opening of Attack on Titan.
Our music ignites the soul and brings people together.
There's soul again. The music ignites the soul, which is what's being stolen. That's marked twice in pretty rapid succession, this idea of souls being important. Everything that they're doing here, we haven't even met our characters yet. This is a similar technique that Lin-Manuel Miranda used in Hamilton, believe it or not, where you're talking about your characters before we actually meet the characters, making them kind of larger than life. So not only have we had these shots looking up at them, but we've had kind of this grand tapestry being woven about this legend, and it could go a few ways. They could lean into it with a really badass opening, or they could kind of pull the rug out from under us and cut to them like zonked out on a couch eating chips, something like that. Like I've seen both. Either would work. I just think that this is a really fascinating technique of letting us get to know the scope of these characters before we actually meet the characters. I've seen it in Hamilton. I've seen it in Legends of Vox Machina. Did kind of that pull the rug out from under us thing. I don't know if that reaction ever made it to YouTube, but yeah.
It is your voices, your song, that will create the Golden Honmun.
Yes, Celine.
So that was a very small moment that showed the characterization together. During this time of like intensity, they look at each other before they respond. If they wanted to have it be pure like militaristic, we'll defend the world, everyone for themselves, I don't think they would have had that. But they look at each other, they intertwine their fingers. That's telling us, I think we're getting like a found family type of relationship here. In one way or another. That's what it's flagging to me, at least. I could be wrong on all of this.
Mira's my favorite. She's the visual and lead dancer of Huntrix. Nobody can move like Mira.
Apparently, she was a black sheep of her family.
Okay, so already showing Mira as like the cool one. Got it. I'm curious how that'll be played into or subverted. Mira and Zoe.
She grew up in America, somewhere
Hey.
called Burbank, USA.
She's the cutest.
Oh, wait, I want to read those lyrics. Okay, like, I know I ramble, but when I something, I go Rambo, took blood. So that's interesting. Zoe's lyrics aren't super poetic. They're very, they're written like someone speaks. And that could just be a little detail of like the way the songs are, or it could be flagging her as being someone who's kind of more authentic, someone who really speaks from the heart. I don't know because I know nothing about this.
She's pop star royalty.
Again, we're getting to know these characters through the fan base and through the legends. That's so fun. So it's Rumi, her mom, a Sunlight sister died when she was a baby. Okay. Sunlight sister we saw was one of the previous generations. Award 1997. Hey, I was born in 1997.
They're taking a break after this concert, and they totally need it, but we're gonna miss them so much.
Okay, that's important. That's important. They're taking a break after this concert and they need it. So that's something that comes and goes, but we're getting key information. This is how you do an exposition dump. Is like that's what this is. This is telling us exposition, but it's like you're putting vegetables into your brownies and you're sneaking them to me, and I don't even mind because I'm still getting the brownies. Like it's also fun. It's all character driven. Everything that's happening here, even though it is an info dump, is actively revealing the world, actively revealing characters, setting the tone, setting the world building. Like it's doing so much in so little.
Okay, this is our biggest show yet.
The most songs.
The most moves.
Which means the
So interesting there. We got most moves because we know that Mira is the dancer and most songs is from Zoe. She's the lyricist. There's the rug pull. There it is. I'm stuffing their faces. Look at how they're doing this, because this isn't just a funny scene. They've built up this legend around them, and now oh, that's fun. They each have their own brand of noodles. They built up this legend around them, and now they're shooting these in the most unflattering way possible. Like they're sniffing it. There's food flying out of their mouths, and that's important because it's a technique that they're doing very intentionally to make them feel human and make them feel grounded. Like they are these legendary figures, but we're able to relate to them so quickly. And this kimbap in the middle is making me so hungry.
Hunter.
We asked for hot water.
Right away. You're welcome. Arita Verci. Goodbye.
Interesting. So why are the staff so stressed? I think she just poured coffee into a plant. Are they like unbearable? That would be interesting.
Okay.
Sick.
So showing them interacting with their fans in a genuine way like this is an important beat, because without it, they're kind of just missing their show and they seem a little bit like assholes who just don't care about their fans, maybe don't care about their staff. But this is creating storytelling through contradictions. It's showing us, sure, they are late to things, they are a little bit absent-minded, but they care and they're passionate and they're talented. And it's stopping it from leaning too hard in any one direction.
Signs and everything. How can you be late?
Oh, they blame the staff.
We'll be there in 3.
Just refreshing myself on the name so I remember. We got Mira the dancer, Zoe the lyricist, and Rhea the singer. I'll get it.
You're a demon, right?
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, that's
So
why.
weird.
Okay,
Patterns.
real fast. The pilot up there not knowing what he's doing. This is a tangent. I might cut it from YouTube. I might keep it. No, I'll keep it fast. So when I went to Korea, I was going to go stay with my brother who speaks Korean. I do not speak a lick of Korean. And he was like, oh, just download this app. It'll translate things. You'll be fine. And I'm like, I'm going to be every single American stereotype if I do this. But I didn't have much of a choice because I couldn't get picked up. And so I was desperately like, airport, please. And it wouldn't translate right. And finally I was like, and the guy's like, oh, okay. And then complete silence for the next 40 minutes. And then suddenly I hear, oh my God, in perfect English. And he points out the window and there's this car. It's on fire. And I didn't know what happened, but it was just on the side of the road. And then he goes, ready? And I said, okay. I didn't know what he meant. And then he just floored it. And we were zooming down the highway. And oh my gosh, it was so stressful. I felt like I was playing F-Zero. Anyway, totally unrelated. Back to the Demon Hunters.
The only ones dying tonight are your...
They really aren't in any hurry to portray these three in a flattering light at all. And I think that's awesome.
We need to make it hurt.
Is it a musical? Oh, hold the fort. What? Are you kidding? Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to these songs on my own, because if I just listen straight through, that's not transformative. That would be bad YouTube content creation on my part. So we're gonna be pausing and break down the storytelling and the lyrics, but oh my gosh, this is so cool. So it's crossing the line for them. And we're showing they're energized by this. Like, they're kind of snapping into it. And they know the roles to play. And we've got this one right here. The one whose name I don't remember leading them. Oh my gosh! How is this choreography so good? I won't get into it too much because, like, I'm not a filmmaker. Or at least anything I've done in filmmaking has been very hobbyist. But from, like, a choreography perspective, what they're doing that you can transfer to your writing is just so smart. They're incorporating the environment, but they're also having the characters express themselves in a way that's revealing who they are and what they prioritize. And, oh, it's just so cool. They're using the play in itself to fight. That's awesome. Ready in 3 minutes? No way. Are they setting a 3-minute timer using the ramen? That's so smart. It's one of the most effective things you can do for your fight scenes is some sort of timer. Not literal. I mean, it can be literal, but if you set a ticking clock, if there's something they got to go for, it lets you have a try-fail cycle. Picture Kung Fu Panda. I don't remember too much of that movie, but I know there was that scene where they're fighting for the dumpling, and they use the gravity of the dumpling falling as a timer for the choreography, and they've just done that with the hot water and the ramen. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cool. The way this is choreographed and shot reminds me a little bit of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know exactly how to put it into words. It just feels very dynamic. And then creating external states.
Yeah, this plane's trashed.
They cut the plane in half, and they still prioritize their ramen. Okay, we got Mira, Rumi, and Zoe. And yeah, we got the one who is characterized, Zoe. She is characterized as being like sweeter and more authentic. That's what I was getting from her writing. And she's doing makeup before beating them up. That's cute. Oh gosh. If this turns into their stage entrance, I'm gonna freaking lose my mind. Yeah, oh. And then, if I ever write choreography even half this good, I swear, oh my gosh. Oh! Hold up! Those are the lyrics she was just writing. And they brought it back? That tiny little detail? Oh, that's so cool. I wonder if we're gonna get something about souls again. We might not. Yep, we see it lighting up their souls. Seoul, Korea. Haha. That might be one of my favorite intros to a movie. Is that my favorite intro to a movie that I've seen recently, at least? Deadpool 3 was really fun. I think this might be Deadpool 3 for me. Holy shit. That was incredible. So here's something I'm picking up on, and I don't know if it's going to be played into, but I want to voice it just in case it is. I can't tell how much of what they've done is hard work versus how much is natural talent. And I'm curious if the subject of hard work is going to come up as a theme. Work versus talent. It might not, but it's just something that's coming to mind.
Let me guess. They got away again.
This is immediately portraying this, obviously a villain, as being imposing by not showing him to us. A lot of times what you don't see is a lot more valuable than what you do.
The world trembled when he roared. But then
that's
some
cool.
hunters sang some songs.
So this is another info dump kind of, and it wouldn't do well as a video title, so I'm not going to do it. But so far, I'd say this has had some of the best. Info dumping is so loaded, like it sounds negative, but what I mean is delivering exposition by just telling it to us. But I think it's doing it better than almost anything that I've seen.
Thine king with the crumbling crown, will he let the fire go out?
I thought it was the same person. Okay, so we got Jinu. I'm fascinated.
Powers the Hunmoon.
Their voice?
Fans.
The fans. No! Are they having their own... Their own K-pop?
Boys.
Oh my gosh.
What makes you think that could work?
How about this? Oh, that's what they're doing.
Oh yeah, totally gonna work.
Okay.
Oh, I feel bad because I'm just laughing and saying this is so good, but I'm genuinely speechless. Everything about this, the writing, how it's framed, the choreography. Oh my gosh, the choreography, and like, oh, it's so good, and conceptually, it's just. I don't try to I try not to overpraise things on this channel, but and it's possible it fumbles this. This setup is so strong.
What do you want?
The memory.
I will say, even then, like, in 400 years, you've never done a single thing that hasn't served yourself. Like, a lot of this writing is on the nose, so I don't understand why it's working. And if you understand better than me, or if you disagree that it's working, let me know. But I'd say this is on the nose writing that's firing on every level for me.
It's time to release the song.
Yes, it's finally time.
And we see them having fun together and just having this strong, like, friendship. And that's really important, I think, for helping us connect to them. But I also feel like it's going to be setting up a theme of the show.
Way to end the world tour! And that finale with the guy in the demon suit exploding into...
He heard them through the elevator door. Could just be cartoon logic. Could be a demon.
We already have plans.
What? What plan?
Is that the person who voices Vaggie in Has Been?
You deserve it.
Me?
Oh,
no.
that's another sweet moment showing that she cares about them. Is it her caring about her manager, or is it her just wanting to do something else? I think it could probably be both.
Couch, 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 couch. Sit down.
There it is. I think this is the character conflict it's setting up, is she can't relax or take a break.
Our new single is on fire.
So they need it. Like, even the fans notice that they need this break, but Rumi isn't letting them take it, which is a really intriguing and compelling conflict, I think. So if this is about to just be a straight up music video, that's such a risk. And at this point, I have full confidence they can pull it off. Like, that's the equivalent of Tolkien just taking a break to put songs in his book. Or I dare say it's the equivalent. It can be that on the good end. On the other end, it can be the movie equivalent of the nostalgia critic taking a 15-minute break to do a little skit about time travel in the middle of him talking about Finding Nemo or something. So we'll see what it is. I'm guessing it's going to work because everything's worked so far in this.
I live two lives, try to play both sides, but I could
Okay, so try to play both sides while it's split down the middle. That's interesting. I'm curious if that's going to be setting something up. So something that's sticking out to me is they kind of follow Rumi's calls outside of their production, but they each have their own clearly defined roles, and they're all kind of pulling even weight. And I'm wondering if that's going to be something that comes up. Wow, so they're really not letting themselves slow down or take a break. Like, they're all excited, but Rumi really did cross a line by doing that without talking to them.
To wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now.
What?
And finally live like the girl they all see. His voice is strong.
And she's the daughter of the previous hunter. Is that what that was saying? Okay, so here they are practicing, or maybe it's a shoot. Regardless, they are working hard. So what they're doing to make this Tolkien and not Nostalgia Critic is everything with this song. It's not just pausing and showing us the full music video. So maybe it's not like Tolkien. But what it's doing is it's having the music video playing in snippets while showing us how it's thematically tying into the real world. And it's progressing the plot, showing it gaining momentum. Oh, she's losing her voice? We already knew that.
Rumi, are you okay? Do you need some water?
I just ate 5. I'm gonna take 5.
Okay, so she's pushing herself too hard, and we also had set up in the prologue that there's this tie between voices and souls, and souls are what connect everyone. It's what repels the demons, and so it could be setting up a theme. And again, this is just me spitballing that when you work too hard, you lose a part of yourself and you're not able to connect in the way you need to. And that would foreshadow a rift forming between the fact that I want to call them sisters shows just how well they've been established, but the K-pop stars. So she's losing her voice. And look, We Are Hunters' voice is strong. This is not just a mantra that's repeated, it's an identity marker. Where she's a hunter, that's her whole identity. Where's the room for the person when she's the daughter of a hunter, she was raised as a hunter, and her whole identity is wrapped up in her voice. If she loses her voice, then she's not a hunter, so who is she?
Fix the world and make it
Ooh, that's a beautiful shot.
when darkness finally meets the light. So everything that has patterns?
Oh
Cover
no,
those up.
okay.
You only have those
So it has spread.
because
My dad was a demon?
That's interesting because Rumi's already showed that she doesn't have balance in her life. She can't balance her work and life. She struggles balancing these two sides of her as well. It talked in the little song, or maybe she was talking about balancing darkness and light meeting in the middle, something like that. And now we're seeing she literally has the second side to her. Oh, we got that lyric earlier about playing for both sides or something like that. I'm curious if that's going to come back.
Maybe some other time. You guys go ahead.
Every time.
And again, like she literally is being modest and covering up because she has these markings. But what's going on under the surface is she's someone who's afraid to let herself be seen. And that's coming through in every part of her characterization.
His voice is strong and I know I believe.
What she's doing is she's pushing herself even harder in a place that feels safe to her, but she's still pushing herself.
How am I supposed to fix the world? Fix me when I don't have my voice.
Oh,
Why now when I'm so close?
how we're only
Why?
18 minutes into this, and I already am just so emotionally attached to these characters that I feel awful for her. Oh. She missed the performance, and her friends, like, their first reaction wasn't to judge her, it was just to touch her shoulder and be present for her. Because they accept her.
Because we're so close and it's so important.
She said that one almost passed me by, but the way she slowed down and looked down when she said important, there's subtext there. She's not saying it's important for like their careers. They're saying it's important for her personally because it's going to get rid of this demon side of her, the side of her that she can't accept, and the side of her that she's afraid to let be seen.
Your faults and fears must never be seen.
Ah, more hitting that theme in through character dialogue. Your faults and fears must never be seen. And that's what she's been raised her whole life hearing. And I think that's what this movie's going to be about, is your thoughts or your faults and fears are what make you who you are. That's my hunch. I think like we're roughly at the point in the movie where it's being set up and it seems to be consistent enough that I think that's the central argument that it's forming, but it could go another way. It keeps surprising me.
Not when I'm so close.
See, and because of how it's been set up, we know that this is really big for her and in a few different ways.
He's got this special tonic. Apparently, it can heal anything from sore throats to relationship problems. Shh, quietly, Zoe.
Why are there so many people today?
That's so when I was in Korea, my brother and I went to a fortune teller, and I couldn't understand it. He had to translate for me. I don't buy into all that, but we kind of just did it for fun. And she told she was like doing love predictions for couples, and she told him, "You're gonna be single for 7 years, and any relationship you have is going to fail." If you're watching this, brother, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for disclosing this. Forgive me. Okay, so he's a fan of like K-pop groups. Oh my gosh.
I see. No, actually, I don't see.
Oh, emotionally.
Yep, and emotionally closed off, like she said. We've seen that set up as her main flaw is focused is good, but too much focus is going to isolate you.
I see.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, how does this help me get my voice back?
As I said.
Is it the Demon Boy Band? No, there were 5 of them. The guy literally off balances his character, who's all about being balanced. I see. There they are. It is them. Okay, so I'm not even like the biggest fan of K-pop. This music has been so good.
They're magicians. I mean, demons. Obviously, demons.
The fact that Zoe defaults to them being magicians instead of demons just shows that trusting nature.
Doesn't look like they're gonna hurt anyone.
That's the thing, is the demons, like they've fought the hunters, but I haven't seen them be outwardly aggressive to like civilians.
Until heroes arose to...
Oh, and this shot is an obvious reference to Boys Who Cry from SpongeBob. There's nothing else it could be a reference to. Dang.
We're gonna kill them.
Yeah, look at the difference between them all. You got Mira, who's very determined to kill him. You got, I keep forgetting her name. But she's also determined. But Zoe's trusting.
Let's get back.
And that might get into the playing for both sides thing.
Baby Sasha is the winner! Goo goo gaga. It's hard to say goodbye when we're having so...
That's why they're talking about the fans so much, is they're prioritizing fans over themselves even. I think this is like self-care that it's setting up.
Wait, what the? Let's go get these guys. We finally get to go to the bathhouse with Ruby!
This movie, the momentum is so good, and the reason why they might not be using it explicitly, but it's tapping into the same principles. There's something put forth by the creative team, the writing team behind South Park. They popularized it, at least. They call it the but, therefore rule, where every scene needs to end in either but or therefore, and it can't end in and then. So basically, they went to go attack these guys, but the guys were doing a game. Therefore, they had to wait. But they were called out. Therefore, they joined them on stage. But they ran away. And so like there's all these things tying them together, and it seems like such a small thing, but what it does practically is it builds just this ridiculous momentum. I've been wanting to stop this section of the video because I am exhausted and it's midnight for like 30 minutes, but yeah, like there's just not a good place because the momentum is so good.
We're not here to fight. They are.
Oh, okay. This is going to be my treat to entice me to come back tomorrow. We're stopping it here. If you're on Patreon, you might see this early. If not, probably gonna stitch this all together into one big video, but oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. All right, I'll see you in just a second. All right, it's been a couple of days, I think like 5, but I am back and ready to go. My kids have been watching this nonstop, and they love it. And I've been going around the house like this to avoid spoilers. Still don't know anything that's gonna happen. But we left off, they're tracking them into the bathhouse. Bold strategy of where to track someone. Yeah. All right, let's see how it goes.
Oh.
Why are they so surprised it's men?
Did you really?
Gonna let you steal our fans? You're gonna have to fight us for them. Yeah, keep your hands off our honeymoon.
Oh, more awesome choreography.
It's usually really fun and relaxing.
So something I think I've understated is the sheer joy that they seem to have fighting these demons and vice versa. But also, like, the demons aren't like they're intelligent. They don't seem malicious. They laugh like this, hee 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 hee, while they run down a hall, and they're so hot they make your eyes turn to popcorn. Not that that's indicative of moral quality, but I mean, maybe it is. I don't know anyone that's done that. That was really interesting choreography. Check out how they use the 4-way room intersection to change the camera without really changing. Like, if you had a static shot, the choreography wouldn't be that interesting, but because of the way they used the 4 different entryways to where they were fighting, it was really dynamic.
Mind the face. I needed to see your fans.
So I am like the most amateur person ever when it comes to filmmaking or things like that. But I will say, like, atmosphere and weather are so important to setting a tone. It's something I've adapted into my own prose writing. For example, like you can be really creative with how you make it. I think it's Scream in the intro, they burn popcorn and they use the smoke from that burned popcorn to create an atmosphere that makes it feel spooky. And they're doing something similar here.
A hunter who's part demon?
The way he said that made it sound like it challenged his worldview a bit. Also, maybe he wasn't flirting with her. I was going to say, maybe don't flirt with her on account of you being a 400-something-year-old man. But I'm not going to overthink that aspect. I have a gut instinct that will only lead me to sadness. The choreography in this reminds me so much of like Attack on Titan mixed with Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're using the weapons as things to modify the set piece and then using that for choreography. It's so cool.
My little soda pop.
Oh no! The fandom is spreading into the bathhouse, and he took their soul.
My little soda pop. It's catchy. Surprisingly, your plan is working.
That the big bad singing "My Little Soda Pop" reminds me of the live action Mufasa movie when the bad guy's trying to be all intimidating, but his song has him singing "Bye bye." Bye bye. That's what that reminded me of. But they did it intentionally here, whereas I don't think they were doing that intentionally in Mufasa.
The Saja boys have gone completely viral after that variety show.
He might say they've completely changed the game. For those of you who don't know, you might have changnesia and have forgotten it, or just maybe you haven't seen Community. It's clicking that Bobby is Senor Ching.
They even have their own fandom.
Zoe, we're gonna need a new song. I got 23 notebooks full of demon insults.
Full of demon insults ready to go. Zoe's awesome diary. What does it say underneath it? Oh, it's just okay. Kill demons. That's fun. But I mean, I think this is setting up a central tension where, like, they got to kill the demons, but the demons maybe aren't all that bad. I'm gonna feel real silly if that's not where it's headed.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got multiple ones.
Not
Oh,
sure about this
they're
whole
so
demon
fun.
thing. I mean, they seem like nice people, but loving the energy.
Yeah, see, they do seem like nice people. I mean, the old man hugged her. The hot old man. The hot old man hugged her is not generally good evidence for look how nice they are. Let's not write that down in my book of things that I hold to. Okay, so this is a little visual joke showing these demons are looking creepy, but maybe there's like a softer side to them, and it could be this thing's about to attack her, but it still wants to make sure that the potted plant is upright. And like it's a little gag, but it's also being used to set up this idea of things being more than just what they seem, or maybe things go. I'm thinking back to that line from Zoe of playing for both sides being more than just your label. Where are we in the story, by the way? We are like 40% through. Okay, so we're reaching a big turning point, likely.
Okay, Gino, let's meet.
Okay. He seemed genuinely affected too, like he wants answers. I don't think that this is just a trap. That, oh, whoa. Okay, that was really subtle, but that was a fascinating sound design choice. It could have been easy to have it be like a choo choo, you know, swishes, and made it feel like action packed as she dashed up here. But instead, the sound design is near silent, which kind of puts us in the experience, or puts us in the world with just how skilled she is at traversing and how like how competent she is. I don't think I ever would have thought of that. That's so cool. Like, it sounds incomplete if you don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something so smart.
About your patterns?
I like that she's not slowing down and she's still actively attacking him. That feels in line with what you would expect from a character who's been raised believing the things that she's been raised to believe.
You were supposed
Oh,
to
I don't.
I could have told your friends what you are.
Why is he? So yeah, he guessed right. He's competent. It's kind of the, oh, I forget what it's called, Worf effect, where we've seen she's super competent, and we just saw that even with the sound design, how agile she is, but he's outmaneuvering her with his 400 years plus of experience. It's interesting because he's in a position of power over her. Like, he knows something that she doesn't want other people to know. He's has her physically outmatched. So I'm curious how or if they're going to balance things here. But it's a really interesting place to see Rumi off balance, where we haven't really seen her meet her match fully yet, other than herself. So they're just existing in an entirely different landscape, or like worldview. All demons do is feel. That's a powerful inversion of what, like, the core lie that they believed.
We were starving.
Again, we've got more exposition dumps that just are so well handled and engaging.
Prisoner of Gima for all eternity.
That's an interesting metaphor where we're talking about Gima as this manifestation of internal demons, of your internal demons, of the voices that keep you down and tell you the bad things about yourself. Because it doesn't just make it a bad force, like it's ultimately destructive, it seems, but also those voices can be used for good things, like they can cause positive changes. Maybe not in a healthy way and maybe not a sustainable way, but that's an interesting level of nuance to add into the messaging here. So he just wants to be free, I think, and Rumi represents to him evidence that you can be.
You don't know me.
You know, you can tell me. I understand.
I think he's gonna grow on me, but yeah. Okay, oh, he makes me so uneasy. He makes me so uneasy, just this. But I like the character a lot. I think he makes me uneasy because I'm hyper fixating on this one aspect of it, the age and power dynamic here. But I think I'm going to guess I'm in the minority of viewers here. That's just something that I tend to fixate on. But I like that Rumi isn't so easily convinced, but like there's no way it's not her own little internal voice that is planting.
Denial. I get it. I was once there too. I'll be here when you're done pretending.
That's what I don't like about him. Is, yeah, he's like calm and collected, but he's just, he's showing solidarity with her, but he's doing it by invalidating her, saying, I know better than what you're feeling. And I think he's being positioned as kind of knowing better than what she's feeling. So it just makes kind of like this icky feeling, which I'm not saying that I don't like feeling it, but I don't dislike it in the show. I want to clarify and separate those out. I think I'm supposed to feel uneasy here, and it's doing this intentionally to match our viewer experience with what Rumi's feeling. So while I am uneasy, I think it's supposed to be that way. And even like he opened by insulting what she was wearing. Like, oh.
Sorry, guys. No, take it easy.
Yeah.
They're so supportive of her. I think that this is gonna backfire. Because it's just gonna come across as spiteful. My brother had a like world builder reaction channel for a little while, and my mom was all like, Jacob, you need to start drama with him. Be like, hey, I'm gonna fight you. Oh, your fans aren't as cool as my fans. And be like real serious, like you hate him. People will eat that up. And I'm like, Mom, I don't think this is the right niche for that. And she was like, no, trust me, Jacob. It's the only way. We didn't do it, but sorry, this just reminded me of that. Notice Rumi isn't the one killing the demons.
Hey? Yeah, thanks for having my back.
And this week's winner is Golden by Huntrix.
A demon with no feelings doesn't deserve to live. Like, that's... Rumi might think that she's okay with that, but she's not going to want to sing that. Even if she could physically. Like, saying that... She sees in demons something that she could become, whether or not she wants to admit it. And saying that they have no feelings, they don't deserve to live, in some ways would be saying that about her. And if they're willing to demonize, the demons, then what's to stop them from doing that to her if she fully transforms? Okay. I don't think something break you into pieces in a world of pain because you're all the same. Baby, it's the takedown. A demon with no feelings doesn't deserve to live. It's so obvious. I make gear up and take you down. It's interesting they got like the chorus and the post. They write out the da down. I guess you have to, but so this is gearing us up for our midpoint. And generally in Western storytelling, which this isn't as far as I know, with midpoints, you want to either succeed or fail in a way that you can't come back from. So either a false defeat or a victory at a cost. I don't know what they're gonna go for here. I don't want to guess it because I don't have a good enough beat or pulse on it, but it's kind of sticking out to me.
Oh, so you shared your secret with your friend?
Okay. Oh gosh, get out of her personal space and quit talking to her like that. You creepy, beautiful, delicious old man.
If hate could defeat Kima, I would have done it a long time ago. Trust me.
Oh, that's a fascinating line. If hate could defeat Kima. That's setting up for Takedown to fail. Takedown's a hateful song. Like it's a diss track. And it's flagging to us narratively of what doesn't work in this world. And so the inverse of that, I think, is... the obvious answer would be love, but I think it's setting up more acceptance. So if it's flagging hate is not working, that's, I think, what the lesson is going to be at the midpoint. And then the ending lesson will be something along the lines of acceptance, like accepting all these parts of you. That's not me trying to predict or divine where things are headed. It's me trying to speak the same storytelling language that's being set up here. And I could be totally off base.
Yeah, Gino!
Ooh, Chinu.
Unfortunately, the Panda boys have to run. Thank you, everyone.
She's trying to prove it to him, but really she's trying to prove it to herself. But in doing so, she's also still proving it to him. Oh, you have a beautiful soul. Ginu, you have a beautiful soul. And that's one of the motifs that's been set up, is souls and what they mean, and how it ties into identity, I think. And so that goes directly into what this beautiful demon needs to hear. Oh, it makes a hatred want to grow. See, it's directly about hate. Oh, she's crossing it out.
I see a pain that lies below.
I know. Okay, what is up with you? I could swear the other day you were
listen to the identity statements there, how she's marking them as a group. It's not I hate demons, it's we hate demons. We are hunters. That's what it means to be a hunter, is we hate demons. And again, she hears that about her. But also these people that she's or demons that she's starting to see a more human side of. 50 million fans. Try 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. Ha ha ha.
We're so excited to show you what's next.
I guess maybe that's the thing, is like that's recurring. What hurts you isn't always pure bad, maybe.
Although, you could have picked somewhere nicer for a date.
Date? No, ew! What are you talking about?
He's...
That doesn't mean... Oh, you're so old.
See? Okay, yes. At least they're acknowledging it.
But I am a mistake.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's there's a writer, Jack Grapes. He's a poet and a screenwriter and a writing coach. He's not popular, but he's in LA circles. He's got a few interviews on YouTube, but he talks about maybe he's popular and I'm just roasting this man. I don't know, who's never going to see this. But he talks about something called the deep voice, which is like when you strip everything away, what's an I statement that is saying the truth about you. Like when you get rid of all the writerly bullshit and all stuff like that, what's left? And that right there, I am a mistake, is showing us the deep voice, the core of how Rumi sees herself.
Here, free one. Go find yourself a better boy. This one.
Okay, I appreciate that the story knows that he's the worst. I don't want to say he's the worst. I'm sure he has fans out there who I'm just making irate. I just can't get over how he treats her like shit and also is 400 years older than her.
I don't think you're a mistake.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about her, and everything that you've said to her is either mean or manipulative or puts her down or puts you up. Dang it. I love this show. Like, it's still one of my favorites that I've seen in a long time. But I think this is the central romance, and I'm just not getting behind it. And I think it's just a taste thing. Like, I could see other people really finding it really sweet and cute. But I don't want this to come across as me thinking that it's done poorly, because everything about this on a craft level so far has been executed brilliantly. It's just a matter of, I think, personal tastes not lining up.
When your pattern starts to show, it makes the hatred want to grow out of my...
She's not going to sing it. And this is the midpoint. Yep. Oh, check this out. Look at that timestamp. This is exactly the midpoint. And she's going to say she's not going to sing it. They're going to have a falling out or some kind of shift. Eastern storytelling tends to, especially like East Asian storytelling, gets a lot of inspiration from Kisho Tenketsu, which is a storytelling methodology or it's really a rhetorical device that can be used for stories. And the 10 part of that, Kisho Tenketsu, is about like inversion of the plot, but not in like a typical plot twist kind of way, but more something that recontextualizes what's come before. And I'm not saying that's 100% going to happen here, but that's just one of the things on my radar.
Proud of you, and I just want you to know I'm here for literally anything you need.
Poor Chang. Bobby. Oh, I thought that was his ringtone. Even him. So he's feeling like he's left behind. All right, so we just got past the midpoint. Things are going to change. We're going to take a quick pause there. I'm going to go get some water, and we will be right back. All right, I'm back. New shirt, new day. Let's keep on going.
I'm talking about you.
Something that's interesting is just how competent they are at fighting, but they don't make it a huge point. Like, it's all almost, like, nonchalant. To where we have this cool choreography, but they're barely even thinking about it, and we're able to focus on the emotional core of the scene.
Not everything is about your insecurities, Mira.
Notice she grabbed her shoulder when that happened, which is where her markings at least were first manifesting. But yeah, having it Like if that's not projection, and not everything's about her insecurities, then I don't know what is. But I mean, that's still gonna hurt.
Mira, I didn't mean.
Would you two stop fighting each other and look?
So can we all just agree that Zoe's objectively the best? I feel like we got to, right? So it's interesting she talks about a demon with no feelings doesn't deserve to live, and she kind of just had an outburst against her friend and then let her defenses down after that. I think it's not necessarily like suicidal ideology or anything like that, but I do think she's having internal conflict where she's realizing like what's my purpose? Like how do I deserve to live? So that choreography did a little trick that you can actually steal if you run D&D games. And I know I do fantasy writing, but I also did D&D for like professionally for a little bit, and then I've done it for years. So here's a little trick, and I suppose this can apply to any kind of writing too. If you're doing a fight scene, a lot of times one-on-one choreography can be like it has its place, but especially in a game, it can kind of ruin the action economy. And so what you can do is just give a bunch of minions to the other guy that has 1 hit point, and then your players feel so cool, and they get to tear through things, but there's also other actions happening, and that this isn't related to writing. I just went on a little D&D spiral. Forgive me. Oh.
We can't win this without your voice, Rumi.
And remember, voice has been set up as a motif that's kind of metaphorical for soul. I'm so compelled by... I don't remember his name. Jinu? I'm so compelled by him as a character, but so put off every time he's on screen with Rumi. But I really love the character. He's on screen with Rumi.
I don't think I'm the one to help you.
Even there, he's cutting down her plan is crazy. And granted it is, but back off of Rumi.
Until it started to destroy the one thing that gave me a purpose. My voice.
That's an emotional thesis of the show. I think what she said right there. Yeah, so it's about like accepting your faults as part of you, and I love that. Like that's just a beautiful message. In the spirit of honesty, the other day from the store, I got pickled herring in a jar, kind of as a joke, and I tried it, and it's freaking delicious. There's my shame. I've been eating it just with a fork out of the little pickled jar, and it should be gross, but it's creamy and good, and I won't hear a bad word about it, okay? Anyway, back to Rumi. Okay, I like what she's saying. I don't totally buy the framing, but I buy that the character would buy the framing. Where what I mean by that is I don't buy that their relationship is what healed her, because he barely knows her, and also he's mean to her constantly. But I do buy that having this worldview shift would help her integrate that part of herself, and that as a character she could attribute that to her budding relationship with Jinu. So no objection. I thought there might be one, but no objection.
I've been hoping to change. Now I know we can change, but I won't if you're not by my side.
I like the writing here because it works on two levels. It works as a romantic gesture, like romantic feelings, but also practicality with the situation. Like she needs him there for the plan to work. Yeah. I'll let you guess which one I find more compelling at the moment.
Why does it feel right every time I let you in? Why does it feel like I can tell you anything?
No. I buy it. Because here's the thing. Is their relationship happening super, super, super fast? Yes, it is. Is he mean to her? Yes, he is. But also, he represents something that she hasn't had her entire life, which is an acceptance of the side that she's felt like she's had to hide. And that's what this whole song is saying. So I don't think necessarily supposed to be portrayed as like the super healthy and formative relationship quite yet, but more like you've helped me awaken to the side of myself and integrate something that I've always thought was bad. This is so close to the line of something that I wouldn't buy, but it's walking it so well where I keep catching myself. I'm like, and then I'm like, no, like this makes sense for the characters. Even the pacing makes sense. Like it's super fast, but that's the point. I think I have these conceptions in my head of what stories try to do with relationships, and I'm trying to fit this into that. And from that, you could just see, oh, it's enemies to lovers, or oh, it's just a fast developing relationship. But no, I think its fast nature is part of what's making it work, because it reveals the desperation of acceptance that these characters had, which ties into the entire core theme. Maybe I'm just coping. Dang it, it's winning me over. Like, the age dynamic is still icky to me. But like, I see it. I see the draw between the two characters. It's not just hot guy gets girl because he's mean and yada yada. Like you see he actively has something to offer her that she really wants, and vice versa. Like, it is a lot of the power dynamic in terms of age and stuff isn't even, but the relationship seems reciprocal. And so it's winning me over. It's winning me over.
We can't fix it if we never face it. Let the past be the past till it's weightless.
I can't wait to see you on that stage tomorrow.
Dang it, you suave, charming lad, you.
Because if you really believed her, if you really thought you could escape what you are, what you did.
Look at how he frames it. It's not you think you could escape me, it's you could escape what you are. This is a really good example of a villain that's kind of unapologetically evil, I think. Like, there's not a lot of nuance in a way that's really working. Kind of like how you don't need a lot of nuance for Ringsley, the villain of Lord of the Rings. You know, the big ring guy, Ringsley. He doesn't need a lot of nuance. The orcs don't need a lot of nuance. And likewise, I feel like this is working here. And the reason those work is because they're establishing a theme. He's not just a big, scary, glowing ball of fire. He's a big, scary, glowing ball of shame. And that shame is what this is all about. And fighting that is what it's all about.
It's okay, Rumi.
We agree.
It's not the song that's gonna connect all our fans. My whole life, those things were a liability. But somehow, with you guys, they're okay.
She just stated what Rumi needs to learn is all these things that I've had my whole life that have filled me with shame are okay when I'm with people that I love.
Feel smug face. I'm gonna freaking smash it.
Save it for the stage.
Please, welcome to the stage, the Saja Boys.
We're getting pretty dang close to the 70% mark, 75%, and that means some shit's gonna go down. I'm so hyped for them. Also, though, freaking out, because why did the Saja boys fight? I knew he was a demon!
Yes! Rumi's crushing
Oh, never mind. Demon dancers! And what a professional Rumi is, not even breaking a sweat. Okay, demon dancers. What could demon dancers do? Bomb the performance? Rip off her jacket, force her to confront. They're ripping off that jacket. Ha! No! And it's so fascinating that she was uncomfortable with Takedown because of what it said about herself, and now it's being sung at her. And what's gonna hurt most is that she lied to them, not even that she's a demon.
How could we be together if we can't tell your lies from your truths, Rumi?
That's so sad, but also such a telling line because, gosh, am I crying at K-pop Demon Hunter? I swear. So it's an interesting line because she's not saying we can't ever trust you because you're a demon. She's saying, how can we work with you if we don't know your lies from what's true? This is heartbreaking and also just a brilliant all is lost point because it's hitting her exactly where she's most susceptible, Rumi, where her core fear has been, if I get seen for what I actually am, the people that I love won't be there for me. And now she's being seen for what she actually is. And look at that, actual tears. She's being seen for what she actually is, and the people that she loves are literally turning their weapons against her because they're scared and because they're hurt. It's not because they don't love her, but that's not how Rumi's going to feel it. This is going to be a confirmation of that core trauma within her.
I know it was.
The things I
Yeah, shocker. He was lying to you and used you. No, he wasn't lying. I'm being disingenuous because my heart is broken.
But that's not all you are. This is just your demon talking. You have to fight it.
That's not how
Look, she used demon directly interchangeably for shame right there.
it works!
Yes, it is!
Hey everybody, you must all be so sad about the Huntrix breakup. We are too.
We are too. So to make it feel better, we're gonna sell you our stuff. Imagine though.
So to cheer everyone up, we're going to do a special
no!
live performance tonight.
You're too much and not enough. You'll never belong anywhere, but I can give you a place to belong.
Oh, that line. You're too much and not enough. Oh gosh. We're getting into my therapy sessions now. I wish we knew a little bit more about this character.
Do what you should have done a long time ago. Before I destroy what I swore to protect. Please. Do it.
So this character's arc, the mother figure, is the only one that's not fully landing for me, just because even though I feel the emotional beat, I don't feel the context laid down before for me to fully grasp onto. But also, I don't think that her arc is as important itself as it is a mirror onto Rumi. And so knowing that Rumi is going to be able to reflect on this core theme, bouncing off of this character here, I think it makes up for it. I just wanted to note.
This is what I am. Look
Notice that when she chooses to say what I am versus who I am.
Why can't you look at me? Why couldn't you love me? I do. All of me.
I'm glad to see it destroyed.
Ooh. Okay. So we have our final turn for the character before the climax, I think.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat, good I'll see in your head.
So this song, I think right now is framed as a love song, like an acceptance song, but I think this is a villain song for Kima, if I'm picking up on it right, where it talks about how I'm the only one who sees what you really are, I can give you everything you want. It's cutting them down to position himself as a solution. All right, yeah, so I'd probably be just screwed if I was in this world. I'd be like, what can I say? That they rocked too hard, for they are not mortal men. And now I am, now I am their fan. Yeah, and we see them literally eclipsed by Kima in the background, or something that looks like him. I'm laughing because how the hell did they sell me on this premise? I don't know how they did it, but it's so good. I guess I do know how they did it. I made a whole video on it. You're watching it. Glad to have you here, friend.
When darkness finally meets the light.
Behold my power, Green Lantern's light.
Come here like this.
Oh, it is literally just
Fix the
Kima.
world. You can't even fix yourself.
Nothing but the truth now. Nothing but the proof of what I am.
So as she's singing this, her markings are glowing more than they ever have, I think, but with like a different blue energy, the energy of acceptance.
Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead. Show me.
Oh, I love this. It's just the whole thesis of the show.
So we were cowards, so we were liars, so we're not heroes, we're still survivors. We broke into a million pieces.
I kind of like the fact that they haven't even brought up that she's a demon, because that's not what's bothering them. It's just part of who she is. And maybe they will later, but even if they don't, I feel like that's a really beautiful character choice, where it's just like, yeah, that's what you are. Let's talk about the real issue here. No! He better not. I guess maybe he'd better, but he stopped. No. I mean, I still don't love them together, but no.
I wanted to set you free.
You already did.
You did.
Ah, called it.
You gave me.
She's gonna go Super Saiyan. Oh my gosh. No, Genu, I liked him. I guess what makes it a compelling character death is it feels like a really good conclusion to his arc, where he's lived a long time and he's been all about forgiving himself and acceptance and knowing that I guess he's got the story in his head that when the time came to choose others, he chose himself, and now he was able to challenge that here. Oh.
But same.
So that's actually a narrative technique they did right there called lamp shading, or a writing technique, where Zoe had a line that is a little literal, but by calling attention to it, by having Mira say that was pretty literal, it lets you know that the writer knows, and it helps build trust as long as you use it sparingly. Kind of like saying, like, I know what we did is a little much, but just bear with me. So just a little technique. I actually just learned about that like yesterday. Oh.
Hi, everyone.
And then choosing the fans over themselves at the end still. Actually, no, it's not choosing the fans over themselves. They still took time to recharge. They're just choosing the fans and themselves. But they prioritize themselves first, which is contrasted with the beginning of the movie. What an excellent movie. So, yeah, wow. Who wrote this? Did I miss the credit? Several people. Okay. Yeah, this was very, very well done. I think the only element that didn't work for me was more personal taste, and that was the romance. But even that kind of grew on me because I realized what it was doing with the characters. This was just way better than it had any right to be. Let me make sure it doesn't have like a post credits. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, way better than it had any right to be. I absolutely love this. This might just be one of my favorite animated movies, actually. This was so good. I've heard Into the Spider-Verse is really good. I watched that when it came out, but that was before I had kids, and so I don't remember it. So yeah, wow. Just every element came together. The theming was crystal clear. The character work was so good. We can all agree, legally speaking, Zoe is the best. And just absolutely stunning work. If you're interested in my work, I have a book coming out in the next few months, The Seven Rangers. It's a story about a group of islanders, essentially, who are attacked by an army of angels, and they have to find their way to fight back and save their city within 100 days. Fun time. But I don't want to make this too much about me. Check this out on Patreon if you want to see the full uncut version of the video. And yeah, thank you all so much. Demon K-pop. Woo!